go. Yes. It's mini truck time. We're gonna be engine swapping. If you don't remember, we picked up this mini truck for $1,000. The original engine was blown, but today we got a brand new engine that we're gonna be swapping into this thing. Originally, we planned on getting this 356cc Daihatsu two-stroke engine going, but we found some absolute carnage. This piston and ring got blown to bits. We sent the parts off to an engine shop, but we waited too long.
5 months ago, and
now we're gonna put this new engine in it. Let's check it out. Big thank you to Small Engine Warehouse for sending us this engine. Holy boys, boys.
it's the nicest engine I've ever seen.
Let's get it unboxed. Wow, this knife is full.
23 horsepower.
Vanguard 23.
We're gonna be scooting.
Ooh, that's nice. Hey, exhaust. Oh boy.
Don't kick the engine.
So what we're gonna be doing is converting this Daihatsu mini truck into a different style engine. We're gonna do a centrifugal clutch conversion from this shaft to our existing transmission from the mini truck. We've never done anything like this before, so it's gonna be quite the adventure. We were inspired by a few other people who have done this in the past. Shout out to KEI and a few others who have done some awesome builds. Let's dig in. First things first, we're gonna get the bed off. I think the battery's dead. Let's get the bed off. One bolt snapped.
Oh my
12 to go. We got one out. 2 for 2. Doesn't seem like that's. Nope. How's it going down there?
Dandy.
Okay. We're pretty sure we're free.
Scratching our nice paint.
Okay. Now we can pull this off. Just kidding. Okay, now I think we're free.
It's our first attempt. Nope. First time's the charm.
Yes! This thing looks puny. Well, my first impression of this thing is it looks absolutely tiny. It looks very ridiculous. It's a little rusty, but nothing a little poor 15 can't take out. The fuel tank is gonna need some cleaning because we smelled some varnish in there. A little bit of dirt, but I like what we're working with. I think there's a good amount of space here. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, best case scenario, we can get the engine mounted low enough to where we don't have to cut the bed out at all. But that's for later us to figure out. We are getting this knackered engine taken apart from the transmission so that we can figure out how to attach the transmission to this other new engine. Take a look at how cute this distributor is. If that ain't the cutest thing.
It's the size of a AA battery. Hopefully the transmission isn't knackered or we're gonna be really screwed. Crack her open.
Drum roll please, come look over here. That's the tiniest little shaft I've ever seen.
That's what your mom told you.
This transmission looks so small, it looks like it belongs to an RC car.
Hopefully this new engine doesn't just disintegrate this thing.
The rotation of both of these should match up somewhat like that. Look at the shaft size difference Come compare shafts over here.
Get away from me. Holy smokes, that thing is puny.
This tranny may explode.
Come on. Perfect.
Anyone need a Daihatsu regulator?
It's probably worth about 300 bucks.
Toyo?
We're gonna get our transmission bolted up with the drive line so we can see where we need to mount the engine and try to get power to this thing. So wish us luck.
Get
Sure
that
wish
all
I
up.
had a brother to rattle this in.
That sure would be nice. Don't show my butt crack.
Fortunately, some of you sickos would like that.
After way too much brainstorming and a lot of terrible ideas, we think we have an equally terrible idea that may just work. So the transmission, with it mounted up to the drive line, was way too far forward and it just didn't work with the alignment of the engine. So we actually have a spare one and we're going to attempt something very sketchy. We're gonna cut this and shorten it so that we can move the transmission this way and then have one jack shaft coming off the transmission, sprocket to clutch, and we'll be scooting in theory.
We have to weld that back
We
up
have
after
to
we
weld
shorten it.
this together straight with a flux core welder. Let's try it.
Let her rip.
This is some precision fabricating here.
Oh, it's hollow.
Just like our brains. What we have here, come over to our...
It's the shortest thing.
We have the shortest drive line in history. Wow. That'll be nice. We could weld that up easy.
You didn't cut that straight.
Here's a little shaft comparison for you guys. Out with the old, in with the new. Oh yeah, that'll be nice.
I don't see anything that can go wrong. That does not look straight. How's she look? Oh yeah.
Not too bad. I think it'll work.
Look at this. We might just trick people into think we know what we're doing.
Holy smokes. That's the shortest shaft I've ever seen. The driveline looks fine too. Alright, we cut our 6-inch driveline down to about 1 inch. And we took a go-kart engine mounting plate, mounted that to the tranny. Then we're gonna mount that to the old transmission mounting plate. And everything looks to be nicely aligned. Honestly, we're both
Tickled pink.
our pinks are thoroughly tickled because this looks like it may work. And this is going to be like the hardest part of figuring the whole project out. So now we just need to weld up brackets for the engine. There's still a lot more, but we're feeling better about the project.
We'll be scooting by sunset.
Yeah. Alright, let me get this light little thing out of here.
Originally he wanted to get like a 200-pound engine.
So that's going to be mounted like that with the shaft facing out. We did check our rotation of the engine and the rotation of the transmission to make sure they're both spinning in the direction that they need to. Otherwise we'd be going backwards. We don't want that. So our plan, these boards will not be here. These will be mounted like this inside of the frame, and then this will be welded to it just like so. We'll be able to move the engine side to side, and then
Yeah.
that's it. That's all we need. We're getting things chopped to size.
What do you think of that?
Not bad for flux core. Well, we're getting the back end jacked up so we can see how our transmission, drive line, spacing, and lineup. Ooh.
There's no grinding.
I can see a little bit of
Twerking.
A little bit of wobble in, but this whole thing also has some wobble. Not bad. I'm not mad about that. Are you mad about that? Audience, are you mad about that?
Definitely. Drill powered. We don't need an engine.
Electric. All right, let's see if this works. How it's supposed to.
How fast do you think we're gonna go?
There's decent torque.
Well, I guess we don't need this other engine.
We got the transmission somewhat,
Oh my goodness.
somewhat put on there. We have this beautiful engine mount. Now we just got to figure out how to get the transmission square to the engine mount, the transmission mounted appropriately.
If we can get this running, it'll probably be the greatest engineering feat
Since the
ever.
Grand Coulee Dam. Bye. Good morning. It is day 2 of the mini truck engine swap. It's a beautiful day today. We have to finish this thing today because that's all the time we have. We're gonna get the transmission finished up. We're gonna get the jack shaft coupled. We got this ordered. We're gonna weld this to here. Let's go to town.
I'm trying to make everything straight. Because right now, we're a little cattywampus.
Can't have that. So how we attach our jack shaft to the transmission is using the splined input off of the clutch and this coupler. So we got to get everything off here and weld that on straight. Then we can attach this to our jack shaft. Jack shaft off the sprocket. Sprocket goes to the centrifugal clutch with a chain.
Easy peasy.
Nothing like some early morning grinding. Huh. Wait. Still some more busting to do.
Don't bust the wrong piece.
Bust a move.
Well, that looks perfect.
I'd risk my life on it.
What do we got going on here?
We are welding the splined shaft to the coupler. Hopefully straight.
We've centered it the best we can.
Because this will be taking all of our power from the engine. This jack shaft.
Let's see here.
Slap down some primo welds. Flux core's finest. I think it's straight.
Looks sturdy as heck.
We're gonna do another pass and then should be good. All right, check it out. Boom.
Oh yeah, that's straight. That little nubbin down there, gotta go.
Goodbye, nubbin. All right, I finished circumcising the shaft, and now, oh, that is nice.
Spinner, boy.
She'll be coming around that mountain with Chica.
Ay, ay, ay. What mountain?
Boom. Wow. Couldn't have done any better myself.
We're doing this with some basic tools here.
I'll take it.
We learned a lot from Lincoln Logs.
We're doing some primo fabricating. Come check it out.
Spin that wheel.
Trying to get everything lined up-ish. It's not perfect, but this is our first time literally doing anything like this. So we got a bracket for the pillow blocks. I'm about to weld this onto our Lincoln log tower, and we got the jack shaft attached to the transmission, and everything seems to be working like it's supposed to.
Spinning.
We won't really know until we apply some RPMs to this whether or not it's gonna
Explode.
work well, but it's working like it's supposed to for now. Look at that sprocket.
Look wobbly. Some tight fitment right there. Spinner, boy. Not too bad. I wouldn't say it rolls easily. I think we got the parking brake stuck on.
Uh-oh. Now that we're done with this, it's time to get the engine
15 hours later, we can
ready
start
to go.
working on the engine.
It does have a fuel pump on it, so we're hoping to route the fuel eventually from here. But for these first few tests, we're just gonna run an auxiliary tank. We're getting the exhaust all fingered on there.
And we'll start her up.
All right, first oil in the engine. It's not too strong of oil, we just used it to
You
measure.
guys are about to lose your marbles.
Also, we want to give another huge shout out to Small Engine Warehouse. Go check them out for all of your small engine needs, whether you're repowering some of your old equipment, want an engine for a go-kart. They got great tech support, all kinds of parts, and they are the largest Briggs dealer ever.
Maybe just the United States. I don't know. Check this out. She's gonna run, boys and girls.
We got the battery kind of wired up there. Let's get some fuel. What in tarnation do you got wriggled up
Do you
there?
think this will work? We're gonna see if we can suck fuel all the way up to that filter. It's sucking.
We juicing?
We're juicing.
Oh, we got... Heck yeah, boys!
Alright, let's start her up.
It's gonna take a bit to probably get fuel into the carburetor, but
I heard it juice right down in there.
the throttle over here is on slow, so we'll leave it on slow and let's see how it goes.
That's not too loud.
That sounds so good!
Took a long time to turn off.
Well, what do you think?
We're gonna scoot.
This thing sounds pretty dang good. It sounds like a Harley.
Yeah. Imagine we're giving it throttle. This thing is light. That looks awesome. Our evil plans are coming to life.
We are getting this thing rigged to Jerry, getting our chain broken to length, and then we still have to weld this plate down and figure out how we're going to attach the gas pedal.
It's overrated.
We don't really have brakes on this thing besides the e-brake, but
Should be good.
we're getting close. We're getting really close. We're going to finish it today. All right, get one last good look at this thing before we take it on a test drive. We've got fuel tank in there.
Secure as heck.
Only an e-brake. That's it. We have no way of shutting this off once I'm in the cab. We're going straight towards
the woods. So if you're crashing, hit the woods, not the house.
But here we go.
See how easy it is to get back there? Here we go.
Trial number 2, we're starting on the pavement.
And you're just gonna give her the beans from the start. Start her up. See if we feel out here. Made it to the same spot. We're working our way downhill with the e-brake. It's the only working brake we got. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's cruising. He's alive. That sounds terrible. The choke was on. Alright, here goes nothing.
Only bummer is this is just more weight in here for when we crash. All right, here we go.
I can run faster than him. That is so bad. Switch gear.
First gear. All right. Choke is on.
We're dying.
About 3 miles per hour. Holy smokes, we're going fast. I don't know, oh yeah. Well, we somehow produced the slowest creation we've ever made. Our calculations were a bit off with the gearing, and by calculations, I mean, we didn't think about the gearing at all.
We thought about it, but
It
that's
can climb hills if there's weight in the back. But basically what we're gonna need to do in the next part to this series is put a sprocket that's like
half the
a
size.
quarter the size of that, and then we should have more top speed, a little less torque, and it'll be much better.
But we got it moving. It's a great success.
Well, we had to go over here because neighbor was pressure washing to give you the new top speed, a whopping 3.2
We didn't even hit 5.
That was the quickest we went on that whole little ride there.
Yeah.
So we've got some work ahead of us. If you're proud of the work we did, or if you're not proud,
Go buy our merch.
go buy our merch. Help support the next part to this series. Thank you guys for following along. We love you. That's all we got for now.
Bye.
Bye.